Hi, this is Tap Room Tramps with me, Mick Ferry.
And me, Sam Avery.
The podcast, which is basically, us chatting nonsense and with ill-informed opinions about
News, culture and sport. And this week we'll be talking about Prince Andrew.
Maccabi Tel Aviv.
Yeah, we'll be covering all the weekend sport.
Dog trainers.
Dog walkers, celebrity traitors.
And I think that back covers it, does it?
Yeah.
No, it's probably more in there.
Enjoy the
Festivals as well.
Festivals. Well, get yourself a drink, sit down in the tap room and enjoy the episode.
Just to let you know as well, on Wednesday the 29th of October, I am doing my own show at the Frog and Bucket in Manchester. Tickets are available on the Frog and Bucket website. They're also available through a ticket link on my website, which is mickferry.com. It starts at 8 p.m. There's a few tickets left, so yeah, grab them while you can. All right, Tap Room Tramps again.
Aye.
Another episode. What you've been doing since I saw you last week?
I've been eating all the food that was in my fridge because my fridge has gone completely kaput and it's just not working anymore.
Can I just stop you there? You said you've been eating all the food that's in your fridge because your fridge is kaput. I just eat all the food in my fridge anyway. There's nothing wrong with my fridge. So are you saying if your fridge was working, you wouldn't eat any food?
I'm saying if my fridge was working, there would still be food in it.
Really?
That would be left for another day. But but a lot of the food that's left in there, it's like the stuff that you wouldn't eat on its own, like mayonnaise. You don't eat mayonnaise from the jar.
Don't put mayonnaise in the fridge, do you?
Well, this is another debate. We put mayonnaise and we put eggs in the fridge.
Oh, no.
You're not?
No, I'm not an egg. So I go by the rule of if in a supermarket it's on a shelf, and it's on a shelf, yeah. I've never put eggs in the fridge.
No.
I don't know why you wouldn't, but
I once put a packet of crisps in the fridge, and I've got to say they were delicious.
Really?
Cold crisps.
Oh no!
Don't knock it.
So what flavour?
Can't remember. Just ice.
What brand?
Don't remember the details.
Come on, you can't.
I should have kept a journal.
So what's happened to your fridge?
So I don't know. We've had it for about 13 years, so it feels like an old dog that just needs to be taken around the back of the shed, and put down. But it just started making this like ungodly noise, which doesn't sound good for a fridge.
Doesn't. No.
And we were worried. Me and my wife were worried that it might set fire in the middle of the night and kill everyone.
Right.
We decided to turn it off.
It's amazing how a fridge with an ice compartment can actually start a fire.
No, I know. The cheeky little tinkers, aren't they?
Yeah.
And so we got a guy to come out and he said, "Oh, don't worry about it. It's just the engine, but you probably got another year out of it." And he faffed about and then he left the house and it hasn't worked since. So, because it was still cold until that point, but it was making a lot of noise.
Imagine he's got home that day after work and his wife said, "How's your day at work?" He's gone, "All right." And he's been emptying his pockets. And he's pulled out a little piece of your engine on your fridge and gone, "Shit."
Oh, shit. And in his other pocket, there's a jar of pickles. These can't go to waste, Margaret.
Is it a fridge freezer?
Fridge freezer, yeah. So
13 years. I mean, it's
13 years is a good run. Also, but I got in on Saturday night, and that was the moment we decided to just go. It's done.
Yeah.
And there was a load of like food left on a plate that was probably would have lasted a week, and I just ate it all.
A load of food left on a plate.
Yeah, it was like tapas stuff the kids and my wife had had, and I'd been out.
And that would last a week.
Well, it would last 3 or 4 days, wouldn't it? Yeah.
No, obviously,
we're operating in different
realms.
We
clearly are. Yeah. For a start, I won't be putting that back in the fridge. That would be eaten within a day But this is why I don't batch cook or I don't save leftovers, because I've done it in the past. I'll have that tomorrow. Or I'll freeze that. Never gets eaten.
Just goes.
Yeah, it just gets binned.
At least if you freeze it, it's inedible, isn't it, for a while?
Yeah, but So I did batch cooking for a while. I'll have that, and then just ended up with a freezer full of shit that I wasn't eating. And I couldn't even. And the problem was I've not labelled it. So when it's frozen, you're looking at it going, I don't even know what that is.
I don't know. What's for tea?
That could be chili.
Box 4.
Spag bog. I haven't got a fucking clue.
It's like deal or no deal on the bank.
So you're getting a new fridge freezer?
We're going to have to, I think, because,
Tell me you're getting a Smeg. Just always makes me.
I know that word's good, isn't it? Yeah, Smeg. You've got to Google the word before you come up with the company name.
It was what they called the cat and
Red Dwarf.
Red Dwarf, wasn't it? Smeg. Yeah,
Smeghead. That was his word.
Yes, that's right.
But if me and you were sat in a marketing meeting for like some kind of fridge freezer company, and you said, "I think we should call it Jizz," I'd be like, "Let's just check that's not got other connotation."
Spaff.
I've got a new spunk oven. It's really good. It's got one of those splashback things.
I thought that was a womb.
So we're at that point now where I've emptied the freezer and stuff's been coming out that I'm thinking, I don't remember putting this in because it's, you're getting deeper and deeper and you're finding Yorkshire puddings that have been bought in like pre-Brexit.
Yeah.
So there's kind of a nice cleansing quality to get.
That's good, yeah. And it's a day at the tip as well to get rid of the fridge freezer.
I don't know, because I don't know how we
got
it through the door.
Depending who you buy off, they will take it away for you. Some places take it away as part of the service.
Yeah. And I always thought,
I think Currys do that.
What are you going to do with that? You're going to sell it on, aren't you?
No, they're not going to sell it.
You're going to repurpose that and
they're not really, are they?
Build some go-karts.
No, they're not.
Out of it.
No, they're not. I don't think they're going to.
I'm going to see it on Robot Wars.
A 13-year-old fridge, you're not. No, they probably, if it was in London, they'd probably take the engine out of it and convert it into a one-bedroom flat.
That's true.
And it'd be grand a month.
It'd be quite roomy in London.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I don't know how they got it in. I don't know how they're going to get it out. It's kind of first world problems, isn't it? But yeah, we need a new fridge.
Right, yeah. Fridge freezer.
We've got an American one, the double one that opens.
Oh, have you? Got a nice thing on it.
We've got a nice thing on, but that broke about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's been slowly sort of falling apart for a while.
Yeah. I was at a friend's house who had one of the nice things on it. I said, how does it work? He said, I've never used it. I think you have to fill it with water, don't you?
Yeah. You got to connect it to the mains, and then the water comes in, and then it sort of builds the ice.
Oh, God, it's a faff, that.
Oh, it's a proper middle-class wank.
A bag of ice, or you get a little tray, and as you're popping them out, they hit the ceiling.
Oh, I love
They
them.
hit the walls. They hit the... you can get them plastic ones now, where you can rip them, and they come out with the tiniest fucking ice cubes.
Yeah, they're pointless.
Yeah,
in the shape of Australia or something, if you get a novelty one.
Oh, can you get them?
You can get novelty ones. But they still drop the ice on the floor, and if the floor's not 100% clean, you pick it up.
If you want to show off when you're having a party, you want clear ice cubes, crystal clear. Boil the water first, right, and then use them to make the ice cubes.
Why is that?
No idea why, but it works.
Oh, it makes
you'll end up with crystal clear ice cubes.
I heard the boiled water freezes quicker, and I don't think that makes any sense.
I think it might do because there might be less impurities in it after it's boiled.
Oh, that's a good theory.
Yes. Come, Jacob, we're going to look at that.
Yes. Well, this is AI. Let's just caveat this with Google AI is often
This is
incorrect.
cutting-edge podcasting.
The Fabrice Mpemba effect.
What's...
the Mpemba effect
right.
is the observation that hot liquids or colloids...
Didn't he play for Villa last year, Mpemba?
I think he had the hard sack for Tottenham, didn't he, or Bolton. Can freeze more quickly than colder ones for similar volumes and surrounding conditions. Ice cream and water, and later in other colloids. I've been waiting for us to talk about this.
Right, okay.
For a long time.
Yes, under certain conditions, hot water can freeze faster than cold water.
Right, well, don't say we don't tell you.
Yeah, exactly.
Facts.
The Mpemba effect. There is no single universal accepted explanation, but several theories exist, including the evaporation from the hot water reduces its mass, convection currents in the water can speed up cooling, and dissolved gases are reduced. Right, fair enough.
There we go.
Right.
Tip of the week.
Yeah, it sounds like an explanation for one of my farts as well. Busy weekend, football, Premier League's back.
Oh, it was great.
It's a fucking great weekend.
I can see the smile on your face. Doesn't it take a couple of international breaks like close together, and the Premier League comes back, and I was so happy just to see those fixtures on the board.
It was amazing. Right?
Great.
Yeah,
well, let's talk about your favourite game of the weekend first.
Well, considering last week, I think when you asked me a prediction, I just went, "Oh God!"
Well, I thought you were going to hit me. It seemed like you really didn't want to talk about it. And then when it happened, obviously we're talking about Liverpool 1, Man United 2.
2, yes, that's right.
And so where did you watch it?
I watched it at home. I had a gig that night in Ambleside,
right?
And I was getting a lift, and I said, "There's no way you're coming to pick me up until the game's over." So yeah. I watched it at home. Good performance from United.
I thought it was very impressive.
Might have just about fair result. Maybe could have a score draw. Probably would have been a fair result.
Yeah.
Liverpool clearly got problems defensively.
Yeah.
Salah is. Missed a sitter in front of the cop.
It's not just the misses that he's making.
Missed it. Didn't hit the target.
He didn't hit the target, but he's not just missing chances. He looks like the ball's bouncing off him, and he looks like he knows what's going on. His face, he looks embarrassed. It's the face I pull when I play five-a-side. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, what's going on? But he's a shell of his form.
It is. It's like he's sweating off a heavy one the night before. That's what it's a five-a-side, isn't it? You just go, my touch wasn't there. It's because you can still feel last night's 10 pints. I mean, I know he doesn't drink, but there is sort of that effect going on.
Yeah.
But also as well, him and Van Dijk have signed massive contracts.
I was going to say, luckily for Liverpool, Salah's only getting paid 450 grand a week.
Is that what he's on?
Yeah.
Wow.
450 a week, and I don't know what Van Dijk's on, but he's a year older. He's 34, and he's starting to look a little bit like he's been a great player.
Yeah.
He's starting to look like he's possibly not what he was.
Not as sharp, but I also think Van Dijk's got a problem because he doesn't trust his left back.
No.
And that was quite clear in the game.
Yeah, well, definitely. Kerker's looked completely out of.
Yes, they bought a lot of players quickly, which they had to buy. And the squad was edging, but it's not working at the minute, and I'm quite happy about that.
Well, I don't like to gloat, but it's interesting from a non-Liverpool fan to watch because obviously there was a consensus that the late goals they were getting was showing that they're a good team, even when they're not playing well, they'll still win games.
Yeah.
When they get good, everyone's going to be worried. I think we talked about that on this
said
podcast.
That, yeah.
It looks like it's their title to lose, but what it seems like now in hindsight, we can all say that those late goals were totally papering over the cracks.
Well, yeah.
And there's a lot of problems at the
and they're conceding late goals themselves.
The last few games they have been.
Yeah, of course.
And they've been pegging teams back, equalising, and then conceding again in the last 3 games in the Premier League. So, but for
whatever the problems are, I hope they're ongoing and they last for the rest of the season.
And it's just the tip of the iceberg. Not to lose any Liverpool fan listeners that we've got, but I think, obviously the players that they've got will come good at some point. I'd imagine, in some respect, whether they can gel into some kind of team.
You'd imagine Salah's going to wear a purple patch, or he's going to.
I don't know about Salah. I think Salah might be done. I think.
You reckon?
Yeah, I think. He's going to score this season. Obviously, he's not going to go the whole season, but I don't know. He just looks like it looks more than a drop in form. It looks like something bigger.
Do you think it might be? I don't know. See now, because of the wages he is on, the only people that could afford him is probably the Saudi league. So maybe that's where they come in from at Christmas and go, we can match your wages.
I don't know. What are Liverpool going to do? It's a similar thing with Grealish. Like Man City trying to get rid of Grealish. He's on such high wages. How do you get a sale off the ground when other people can't afford what you're paying that player? So
it's like City have got Calvin Phillips as well, still in the squad. He's still
can't believe he's
there.
still there.
I know,
forgotten man.
Yeah, exactly. But whatever contract he was on, it must be
It must be on a lot of money.
5-6 year contract season must be a lot of money.
Yeah.
And that's part of the problem for Gareth Lorden. You got beat by City. I don't want to say you got beat by City. I want to say you got beat by Haaland.
Yeah.
This season, it just seems that if you're playing City, you're playing Haaland.
And he looks unstoppable.
He
looks unstoppable. And he scored again in the Champions League last night. And I think, as we're recording this anyway, and he I don't know, last season City had all sorts of problems. Haaland looked like he was, suffering from that, and he's just unstoppable.
Yeah.
And he's scoring all different types of goals.
Yeah.
City are playing to his strengths. It'll be interesting if he misses any games through whatever he...
Through injury, yeah. But this is the thing. Do you think if you manage to stop Haaland, I get the impression you're stopping City, aren't you, at the minute?
At the moment,
yeah. At the moment. Yeah. It's not coming from anywhere else in the team.
We played pretty well.
Yeah,
Everton played pretty well.
Okay,
First half, I thought we were pretty much... It was level, and I thought we played with confidence, and we played in a way that it was really nice to see as an Everton fan in terms of like going to a top team away from home, really like setting the stall out and expressing yourself. And Jai was incredible in the first half.
Undai.
And Jai will not die.
Undai, because people keep putting the meme on of Undai.
What's she called? Yeah, Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston. So
yeah,
I thought it was Undai. Is it Undai?
Undai. Like, think about I enjoyed it, but I enjoyed it.
He was incredible to watch.
I enjoyed watching Undai.
I enjoyed watching
he was amazing. He was just jinking past players, and he's just got this low centre of gravity.
Brilliant, but defensive work as well. Excellent. Yeah. What a player.
But then in the second half, City obviously had more of the ball, and I think we sort of the 2 goals that Haaland scored were just we sat off him, and we get you can't give him space.
It was. I've seen it analysed on the TV. His first goal in particular, it was more his movement, but. You can't give a player. He had 5 yards clear around him everywhere. You can't.
He doesn't miss.
Put a header like that.
He doesn't miss with any part of his body,
yeah,
and
exactly.
He could have had another hat trick in injury time because something happened where we weren't really chasing the game. I think we sort of accepted it was 2-0. We were going to lose, but he started to find pockets of space, and he had like a couple of one-on-ones and another chance where he could have scored, and it could have got really embarrassing for Everton. I think in the end, 2-0, probably the right result.
Yeah. Post got sacked, and Post and Ange sacked. 5 games enough? It's not, is it?
Not at all. He had like something like 4 of those in the first 20 days or something.
Something like that,
because of the way they play in Europe and stuff. There's a guy who lives around the corner from us who looks the spit of Big Ange.
He might be him.
And it might be him, because he's often walking the dog when he should be on the training ground sorting stuff out. So,
he's had a nice couple of payoffs, though, in the past few months.
I have no sympathy for him whatsoever, because he won the Europa League with Tottenham. He got a £2 million payoff for that, I believe.
Yeah.
He then got sacked, so he must have got a big chunk of change for that.
Of course.
He then gets the Notts Forest job. He's earning wages for that. He gets sacked incredibly early.
Yeah, he must have a few million.
Do you have to pay out the whole contract, or what's the...
I don't know. They normally... I wonder if there was something where he was sacked within a certain amount of time, he doesn't get a payout.
Like another job where you get like a, what do you call it,
probation period. I won't be surprised.
Yeah.
I won't be surprised. But also as well, what were Forest doing? They'd had success under Nuno, and then they go and get a manager that plays completely opposite style with the squad that they've put together. I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
It's insanity, isn't it?
And then Dyche is back.
I mean,
well, the Forest fans will like that kind of football, but
I have feelings about Dyche.
Yeah.
Not good.
Did he not?
No. Yeah, I think he did a great job for Everton when he came in, and I think that's where he's great. I think it was the worst football I've ever seen an Everton side play, and I've seen some bad sides. Yeah, the last sort of 9 months of his tenure.
Worse than what was under Lampard and Koeman?
Well worse. Worse than under Walter Smith in the 90s. It was dreadful.
Oh, really?
It was like we weren't even trying to score. We were just trying to get 0-0s, and if they scored, we'd lost. If they scored early, you've lost the game. You're not even trying to score. It was really dire. That said, he's great at steadying the ship, and he's great at kind of solidifying the defences. I don't know if Forest are quite at that point where they need him yet. If you get
I know what you mean. I'm looking forward to just the post-match interviews. I've missed him. He's good TV.
Do you think?
Because he's prickly as well, isn't he, with journalists?
He is a little bit prickly. Yeah. But I'm going to miss Ange.
And it'd be terrifying. I'd be terrified of interviewing him after. If he gets beat.
Yeah.
So, Sean, what went wrong there? Well, I think you know what went wrong there, don't you? You'd be like, oh, God, he's
much more eye contact than Ange. You look at his shoes.
He's gonna knock me out in a minute.
He's quite intimidating. But I think I saw a tweet about Big.
He's a Nottingham lad, though, isn't he, Sean Dyche?
Yeah, he's from around there. Yeah. No, I saw a tweet saying Big Ange is such a net positive for football. One team at all times should have to have him as manager in the Premier League.
What?
So there should be some kind of rules where at all times he has to manage at least one club.
Yeah. Maybe he should have gone to West Ham instead of...
Oh, that'd be great. They're looking really shaky, aren't they?
Yeah, I think Nuno had his first game then against Brentford.
First home game,
and got beat. I think just by his facial reactions on the side, I think he's thinking, shit, this is a big job. This.
What have I done?
Yeah.
Because that stadium's not a nice place to play. At the best of times, it's very
It's
soulless.
not a football stadium, is it? I mean, no. I know where I've got a lot of friends who are West Ham fans, and
me too.
They do not like the stadium at all.
No, they never have really. It's not like a new thing. It's not it's not since the form went they blame the stadium, but there's a real animosity towards the board at West Ham, isn't there?
Yes,
just
there is.
The choices they've made, the stadium being one of them.
Yeah.
I know they got it. I don't know what the deal was. They got some kind of... Did they get it for free or they got it...
I think they did, yeah. So, sort of, for the Olympics. Maybe it's a little bit like when City got theirs after the Commonwealth Games.
Yeah. But
you know when rented it off the council.
Yeah. That old chestnut. Do you remember when the FA Cup final used to be a big deal back in the 80s?
Yeah.
Did you used to do what I used to do, which was me and my family, we'd move the sofa closer to the telly.
Right, yeah.
For the cup final.
Well, you get up in the morning. It used to start at 9 in the morning, the cup day, and you'd watch the coaches get into the stadium or leaving the hotels where they were staying.
The
and
two
all
captains having a game of snooker against each other.
all that kind of stuff.
But West Ham need to just move the stands closer to the pitch, like we used to move the sofa. They just need to nudge it because there's just this.
It's just this. It's like shallow. It's like because it was like the athletics track was there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But somebody said it reminds them because of the way it is shallow. Like it's like a baseball stadium, like the bottom. So it's not. Yeah.
It's not a football ground, is it? It's a stadium, but it's not a football ground.
Yeah.
But you know when people say nobody likes to see a big club in crisis, that's not true. We love it.
Yeah, of course.
We don't wish pain on our West Ham supporting friends, but it's great copy. It's great news.
It is good, and as well, if there is one team down that bottom pile of the table, it's West Ham. I don't know with a club with their history, they've probably got and now with Nuno, they've probably got a chance of getting out of it.
You'd think so. And Janet Bowen's a great player.
I think Wolves
look toast.
They look fecked.
And I think also it's difficult because the teams that came up last season, well, Sunderland look like they've had a great start, haven't they? Sunderland look like they'll probably be safe at this point.
Yeah, I think Leeds probably will.
Burnley beat them, didn't they, at the weekend?
Yeah.
Burnley, I'm not sure if they've got enough.
I think Burnley. I think Leeds will pick up enough at home to stay up. I think Burnley, Wolves, and then it's you got to be putting Forest in.
Well, we'll see how Big Sean gets on.
Big Sean,
on the grass.
Yeah, right. Well, who described him? What player was it? Said he was at Burnley. Said he sounded like he's eating worms or something like that.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I'd love to see him doing karaoke because he just sounds like.
I've heard he's good on the karaoke.
Tom Waits.
I reckon he's good. I don't think he'd do that. I reckon he does. I reckon he does a bit of Frank and yeah. I think he's
like Sinatra.
Yeah, I reckon he does. Yeah. Starts bending the nose. I'm leaving today. I would imagine he does. Apparently, he likes his music. He likes a night out.
Goes Glasgow every year.
Does he go? Does he go to Glastonbury every year?
Yeah.
Glasgow. What? He loves his
Glasgow
mates, are you? Glasgow.
Glasgow.
You're an Aussie now.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Glastonbury?
I've been to loads of times, and in fact, weirdly, I remember posting something about Glastonbury, and you yourself, the one and only Mick Ferry, commented on it, and because what I'd said was, because I think the conversation was, has Glasgow become too, middle class mainstream? I was at Glasgow once. And I was in my tent, and I was proper battered from the night before, all over the place. And I heard these two lads in the next tent, and I didn't know what they looked like, but they sounded young. And one of them went, "Oh, we were so lucky to get into that tent last night because I've never seen who's the guy who used to be on X Factor? I've never seen Dermot O'Leary DJ before." Like, what? And I think you just went, "For fuck's sake, that was your comment." Because, geez, of all the people you could go and watch.
Exactly, as well, but I'd have been tempted. I'd have just made a little hole in their tent that were behind it, and I'd just put my cock in and pissed in it.
Well, yeah.
And they deserve it. I mean, never seen Dermot O'Leary.
Even the police would say...
But why is Dermot O'Leary DJing?
Why? He's not a DJ.
Exactly,
he's a personality. I've got no disdain for Dermot O'Leary. Dermot, if you're watching, I like your presenting style. It's very, very beige.
But you're not known for DJing, are you?
You're not Fatboy Slim. You're not... You're not
but you know what? If they probably said to him, maybe he does a bit... amateurish, that's his thing. And they've probably said, they found out and said, "Hey, we'll give you free tickets for the weekend.
Yeah.
Just do a couple of hours in a tent for us." He's probably thought, right, fair enough. Yeah.
But people are actually buzzing that they've seen him.
I wonder what his DJing name is.
Dermot O'Leary.
Just Dermot O'Leary. Well, find out if Dermot O'Leary has a DJing name.
He actually started as a radio host, a radio DJ.
That's different to a dance DJ. Do you know who's a shit hot DJ and he does acid house? Steve Davis.
The snooker player?
The snooker player, Steve Davis. Regarded as one of the best acid house DJs.
Are you pulling my leg?
I'm not pulling your leg at all. Seriously. So if you can get it up about Steve Davis.
How have I missed this?
Well, I only found out a couple of years ago. He's been doing it for years.
How old is he now? He must be in his 70s.
So yeah,
is Steve Davis still a DJ?
Snooker legend DJs at Glastonbury.
Wow.
There's even a little clip there.
And does he have a name, or is he just himself?
I think it's... well, he was known as the Nugget, wasn't he? And he's...
The Nugget. Wow.
Apparently, it's well regarded.
That's
people who've seen him have said that. Yeah, he's.
That's amazing. I think there's something incredible about someone who's clearly a leader in whatever field they're in, as Steve Davis was, and then you find out they're also brilliant at something.
Yeah,
else.
exactly.
Those people, in a way, do my head in because it's hard enough to be vaguely average at one thing, but these people seem to be.
Well, I can imagine me because he was quite a slow and steady player.
Yeah,
nothing flash about him. So imagine the same thought process goes into his DJ, and he knows he probably knows his set list right from the start, what he's going to do.
Beat matching. Yeah, it's all about precision.
But I'd love to see Ronnie O'Sullivan because depending where his head is at, what he'd be playing.
He'd be playing all sorts of
he could go from Hadaway, "What is love?" and get everybody up there.
Bit of REO speed.
Then all of a sudden put Dirty Old Town on. You'd have no idea what he was going to do.
No, unpredictable.
So Dermot, so Glastonbury. I've never been. I'll be honest with you. As I get older, I get more anxious, I suffer more anxiety. But the idea of being there, 250,000 people, which is a large town, and I've heard stories as well about depending where you camp, you can be like 15-mile walk from anywhere and all this kind of nonsense.
Yeah, it is. It's a young person's game, Mick, I think.
It's a young person.
Because I started going when I think I was 25, something like that, and I went for probably 10 years on the bounce, and I haven't been since. And I've got no desire to go back. I quite like watching on the telly now.
I think you get a lot of the professional middle-class hippie for, and what I mean by that is, throughout the year, when it's not festivals, they're doing their job in accounting and looking after this detached house that we bought. And it was a wreck when we got it, an absolute wreck.
Check out the Instagram. We've posted updates.
Exactly. So it's Glastonbury time. So we've got the old van out, and that's right. I've put some beads in my hair, and there we go. And you go,
we're going to see Dems O'Leary.
Yeah. I mean, it's them. I mean, them kind of assholes that I hate.
It's
and I think, and there's a lot of festivals I've been at where you do actually see that. Yeah, and also as well, which I don't mind, family festivals, run festivals. First time I saw a cart, one of them trolleys, and there's kids in it, and you go, fair enough, that's a good way. There should be booze in that. The kids should be at home. There should be fucking booze in that. There should be.
Or at least kids and booze.
Kids and booze,
Kids holding booze.
Kids opening the booze.
Yeah.
There you go.
Kids are like a little bar, and they're making cocktails for you. Get me another rum and coke, please, Joshua.
So how many times you've been to Glastonbury? A few times?
I reckon about 10 times, yeah.
Wow.
I've got a mate who still goes. My best mate, Gary, he used to go all the time, and he still goes. And we've got to the point now where he can actually get VIP tickets for us. So I have been tempted to go back because you get nice showers, you get nice camping, you're right behind the main stage.
That's fine. That's okay. Yeah. That's all right if it's there. Yeah, I mean,
but even then, I'm still like, I just want my own bed. You know?
Yeah. Take your own bed with you. I think some do.
Couldn't you?
I think some do.
Get a yurt.
Yeah, they put up a big posh thing and they have their own. They bring the supplies from home.
Kind of pointless though.
So
isn't it?
It is. So Rob Riley, you know, friend of mine, comedy promoter, he's been to Glastonbury a lot. He used to go late 80s, 90s, all the way through the 90s. But they used to sometimes break in. They'd never had tickets.
Very popular.
And him and a friend once managed to get over the fence and dropped in and realised there's a lot of coppers here. Let's look normal. And they'd actually broken into where the police were, the stage. They've just about got away with it anyway. They got through it. But yeah, they broke into the police bit.
Wow.
Yes.
Of all the places to land, because it's a big site.
Yeah, exactly.
And you've landed in the plod.
But that's probably the perfect way of getting in there. Yeah. But I've said this before, I've discussed this many times. I think the best way to get into a festival, if you haven't got anything, somebody said carry leads, look like you're carrying leads.
A lanyard as well.
Lanyard, high vis, carrying leads.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to stop you. If they do, you go, well, that's fine, but Oasis need these, you know.
Yeah. If you want to be the one that stops the gig, that's fine.
High vis, lanyard, clipboard. Just walk up security, tick, go, excuse me, can I get your number? Yeah, right? And then, they'd probably go, oh, fuck, yeah.
Yeah.
Or just look like you got an earpiece as well. High vis, earpiece, walkie-talkie. Yeah, I'm at the gate now. Yeah. Who am I looking for? Bang.
That's it. Easy. You're in. Confidence and a little bit of confusion.
Exactly.
Like you're undertaking a task.
The coppers showed off about the amount of people they stopped getting into the Oasis concerts at Ian Park. I think they said they stopped about 200. Right. But I guarantee they let 10,000 were in there.
Easy.
Yeah, easy.
Just wandering in.
Good, just jibbed in. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just a high-vis jacket lanyard. You're buzzing, aren't you? How many times have you turned up at a gig as a comic that you're actually on the bill? Maybe, I've done quite a few like support slots in like bigger theatres, and I turn up and I go, oh, I'm the support slot. They don't ask me name. They just take me to the dressing room.
Oh, well, no, I've had the opposite to that once. I once did a support slot for Rod Gilbert at the Lowry, the big theatre, a few years ago. And I get there. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know where the stage door was. So I go in and there's a guy, he says, can I help you? I said, yeah, I'm doing the support for Rod Gilbert. He went, oh, are you? I said, yeah. I said, but I don't know where to go. He said, well, I find that a bit hard to believe you're doing the support slot. You wouldn't know where to go. I said, well, I don't know where the stage door is. He went, well, if you were doing the support slot, you would know where the stage door was. I said, well, can you radio somebody? He said, why? I said, to let them know that I'm here. So the support slot. And he said, well, I will do. He said, what's your name? I said, Mick Ferry. He goes, well, I've never heard of you. I said, it doesn't matter whether you've heard of me or not. And so he radios and it comes through. I can hear it on the radio. And then he goes, right, you need to go around there. So this woman shows me round the side to the stage door. And I go in, I'm signing in. And she's hanging outside, the woman who's in charge signing in. She's got a fag on the go. She's outside. So she had I was sort of taking the piss out of Sean Dicey's voice. That's what she sounded like. So I said, I have a real palaver getting in here. I said, I was I didn't know where to go, and I was talking to a guy in the main auditorium. She went, I think I know who you're fucking talking about. He's a dickhead. But I've also had, years ago, my face on a poster at a gig in Middlesbrough, and a doorman, I said, can I get in? He said, whoa, have you got a ticket? I said, no, I'm doing the show. He said, oh, are you? I said, yeah. I said, Mick Ferry. I said, that's me. There's a picture on it. There's 3 other acts on it, but that's my picture. Then he looks at me and says, that could be anybody. What? Well, it's clearly not. It's me, isn't it? I ain't even stood by it, right?
It's not passport control, though, is it?
That could be anybody. I go, what? Right? I said, you're really not letting me in. This is true. He goes, he goes, well, no, I'm going to find out who you are. So I tell you what, and I can't remember who's in charge of the gig at the time. I think Off the Curb were booking it. It was at the Arc. I said, can you get in touch with somebody and say Mick Ferry was here, but you wouldn't let him in. He's going back to get the train. So I did a diva thing and walked off. He runs after me and goes, there's no need to be a dickhead about it, is there? There's no need to be a knobhead. I'm just doing my job. But it was me. What do you mean? I didn't understand that could be anybody.
You're literally like next to him.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, cause a hole to stick your head through. Look,
Exactly.
it's the same picture.
Yeah, exactly.
I did a gig at the Larry about 3 weeks ago, and I was in the little room doing my tour show, and Harry Hill was in the big room.
Right.
And I was at the stage door, and Andy Hollingworth, comedy photographer, was there to take my pictures. And some kid was outside the stage door, and he had the Harry Hill book, and he was waiting for an autograph. And I parked my car, and I started walking up. And obviously, I'm bald. I wear glasses. Sometimes people shout Harry Hill at me on the street. Andy Hollingworth says to the guy, oh, where's Harry Hill now? And this little kid goes, oh! As I got closer, the poor kid's face just dropped, and he's like, has he been smoking crack?
Oh,
like,
no, it's Mr. Clean.
It's Greg Wallace. Oh, no. Yeah, it's funny. But,
that's hilarious, that, yeah.
Yeah, so I disappointed that kid, which is,
I did a gig earlier in the year in Crewe, at a theatre in Crewe, and I was coming out the side door afterwards. I'd been hosting it, and Dylan Moran had done like the final 40 minutes of the show, and there was a few autograph hunters there for Dylan Moran. So the door opens, and I heard somebody on the other side go, oh, here we go. And I come out, and they go, oh, no.
I had a similar experience where, and I think you might have done an Edinburgh show where you had some strippers next to you at some point, did you? Right.
Yeah.
So tell me about that in a sec. Let me tell you this, because I did a tour show somewhere. I don't even know where it was. It might have been Wellingborough. And I was in the smaller room, and the Dream Boys were in the big room. So during my show, I could hear the odd woo woo. Anyway, at the end, I did a little meet and greet. I must have had about 30 people, just a nice little line, just to get selfies and stuff. It was dead nice. And I was next to the Dream Boys, and they had about 400 women queuing up. There was 6 of them all with the tops off. And at the end, I just said to the venue manager, I said, can I get a picture with the Dream Boys? And I certainly said. So they bumped me in the queue. They went, sorry, lads, Sam Avery wants a picture, as if I'm Elvis. And the Dream Boys went, oh, brilliant, Sam Avery. And then I heard them all going, who the fuck's Sam Avery? Like, we're not going to know who I am. Now, to this day, I regret not taking my top off, because I was quite overweight at the time, and they all had their abs.
Yeah,
abs out. Should have just took my top off, but I got a great picture of me just going next to the Dream Boy. Are you enjoying the show? Or maybe you're not enjoying the show. But either way, we'd love to hear from you. So drop us a line at taproomtramps@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. What happened to you?
So as a Dream Boys. So I had the Chippendales, actually, American Chippendales. Yeah.
The original?
So the Dream Boys will actually get the willies out, whereas the Chippendales wear a sock on it.
That's rugby league, rugby union.
So Edinburgh, yeah, it's just a sock. It's a sock over your cock. Cock sock. Edinburgh 2009, my first time I was doing a run there, and I was in the balcony room at the Gilded Balloon, and Wednesday and Thursday gone all right. There were press nights, and I thought, yeah, it's only 60-seater, but I was getting about 30, 40, and I thought, all right, this is cool, good start. Show wasn't how I wanted it to be, it's fine. So Friday comes, and there's only about 15 people in there. I think, oh shit, it's a bit depressing, that. So I start, 10 minutes in, all of a sudden this loud music, and I mean loud to the point where I could hardly hear myself speak, and then this screaming. Because right below me, the Chippendales had just started their run, Edinburgh run. The fucking Edinburgh run.
Why are they doing Edinburgh?
Exactly. So for the rest of it, all I heard 10 minutes into my show, I used to have to say to the crowd, I said, look, you're not going to be able to hear me from 10 minutes in. And it was just 300 women who non-stop screaming and music. That's all you could hear.
So it's like Shea Stadium for the Beatles, but they're not there to see you.
Yeah. So they're all below me, and you can't hear me, and just Yeah, it was demoralising, ruined the shows. It ruined my show, it just ruined my confidence.
Yeah.
And then you used to see him hanging around in the bars like they were fucking art, like they were comics. More or less dressed like one to have a cowboy hat on and so on. And, yeah, and just chatting up women and so on. We were in the loft bar once, and a friend of mine was up, and he was been talking to this girl all night. And I thought, oh, he's all right. He might be getting in there. It's fine. And then one of these Chippendales that come into the bar just leans in between them and says to this girl, "I play guitar." And that was it. Walks off, expecting her to follow him. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
It's obviously a line that's worked.
Well, but isn't it interesting that they had so little going on in their heads?
Sure.
They were pretty men.
Yeah.
I doubt because of the muscular structure they were probably good dancers. You know, I imagine they were quite tightly choreographed scenes.
Yeah.
But the ones I met weren't very bright.
Well, you don't have to work hard when you look good, do you?
It's true.
Which is why
It's
I work.
annoying,
I
isn't
work
it?
very hard, mate. I work hard all the time.
That's why I hate good-looking comedians.
Yoga.
I absolutely despise them.
They've got it all.
Well, what have you...
Why are you here?
Well, yeah, exactly.
Getting in the way.
Fucking go and act.
Go and do anything.
Do some DJing at Glastonbury.
Probably, yeah, you can
Present a TV show
You
for
can
fuck's
probably
sake.
sing as well. You
Yeah,
bastard.
you knobhead.
You triple threat swat.
Exactly. I don't. So what? Yeah. Go. Hang on. So what? Has your life been tough? Has it? 'Cause you've been symmetrically beautiful. Your
Oh,
entire
I saw
fucking
some
life.
guy. I was brand new at comedy, and some guy walks on stage, and he did drama. He had so much confidence. He was beautiful. He was beautiful, and he walked on. He went, "So I have a lot of trouble with ladies." I was thinking,
Oh, fuck off.
You do not.
Yeah,
You do not,
exactly.
because I'm heterosexual and I want to sleep with you.
Yeah. Exactly.
You
Yeah.
tit.
Yeah.
Piss
yeah.
off.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. I've seen that a few times from very good-looking male comics. Going, yeah, I struggle sometimes with girls. Yeah. I'm not very good at dating. And you fuck off.
I know.
But
Ridiculous.
if you look like that and you're struggling with dating, then you've got to look at your personality, then, pal.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you've got the first bit.
Nailed.
Aesthetics, absolutely nailed.
You
The
were
first bit,
given
they're going to
everything.
look at you. They're all going to go, "He's a 9 or a 10." There we go. And the next bit is up to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you're struggling,
and whereas you or I, we have to make a lot of inroads with the personality. They just have to not mess it up.
Exactly.
They're through on goal. The flag stayed down. Just put it in the net.
Because they're probably going to as well, because of the way they look, they're probably somebody who's maybe a suitor will probably overlook a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know, it might annoy them. They'll go, "Fucking hell, he's gorgeous, though. He's gorgeous, though." Whereas we can't get them little things wrong. You know?
Yeah, we can't. Well, I mean, I remember going out with a girl many years ago and thinking, God, she is a psychopath, but her cheekbones are incredible. So you stay with it longer than perhaps you should. She's just threatened to set hair to a fire because
Set hair to a fire?
Set fire to her hair. Yeah. She's literally making me discombobulated just thinking about it. But she's got a great.
She threatened to set fire to her own hair.
Yeah, I went out with one girl who threatened to set fire to her own hair. Not like she didn't have matches and stuff, but yeah, it was. I think it was that moment when I thought maybe this isn't going to work.
Yeah.
And that's why I no longer have any hair.
Yeah. She set fire to
She
it.
set fire to it, and here I am.
How long have you been married now?
It's 13 years.
Same time at the fridge freezer.
And as the fridge is starting to fall apart, so is our marriage. So we need to get a proper man out to come and look at it.
Yeah.
Come and,
Maybe Smeggy's a problem.
maybe. What used to be hot is now cold. Actually, it's the other way around, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe hot Smeg freezes quicker.
There probably is some science in that.
There probably is, yeah.
But it's also started to make a funny noise and sounds like it's for the.
Are you going to do
national
any
show.
festivals next year?
Don't think so. No. I just.
I wouldn't mind doing Kendall Calling again. That was a cracking little festival.
Yeah, some of the little ones are nice, aren't they?
Yeah.
But-
Why Not is good as well.
Yeah, I just some of the bigger tents I did download once, and I remember thinking I used to love all that metal music, and these are my people, and it was a struggle of a gig just because there's so much going on,
Right.
you know. And what did I do? I did. I'm not going to name the festival I did because I know I'm mates with the person who booked it, but I did one festival last summer, and it was in a tent for about 5,000 people, and there must have been 200 people who were in there, and it was unplayable. You know, you just had to go on, do your time, get off, and hopefully make them laugh a little bit because they were spread out all over.
Yeah, no,
and there was about 6 of us on, and the guy before me, I won't say his name, but he went on and he just died, as you would expect anyone to die. And I was on next, and he walked past me, and he just put on this cocky walk, and he just looked at me in the eye, and he went, "Follow that."
Oh, really?
And he was joking.
Yeah,
he
of
was
course.
joking.
That's brilliant. Yeah.
But then he had to come back to me and went, "I'm only joking, by the way." I was like, I know you're joking. I know you're joking. Nobody has got that level of ego to think that was a good gig.
That's Tommy Cooper did that, didn't he, with Sting?
Did he?
Apparently, yeah. So the story is, whether it's true or not, the Sting, when the police got massive, I think they had Tommy Cooper supporting him at Wembley or something like this.
Really?
Yeah, because he was his idol growing up, and they said he had to watch 40 minutes of bottles of piss being thrown at Tommy Cooper, booed and all this. You know, the people going fucking hated him, but he, being a pro, he went through his acts. Wow. And then he said Tommy Cooper's coming on, they're going to go on. And he said he can't even look at him, can't look him in the eye. And he just stops and he goes, "Follow that."
So good.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how many bad viral videos there'd be of that now?
Oh, God.
I'm so glad there isn't. I'm so glad that was pre-smartphone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That'd be terrible.
Tommy Cooper loses it at Wembley.
Yeah. You won't believe what happens when this piss hits his head, just like that.
Exactly, loads of advertising. Yeah, I'd like to do a couple of festivals next year. I mean, some of the gigs are not great at them, stand up.
Good experience though.
It's
nice to be around
away.
Lots of other comics as well.
It's nice to be around lots of other comics. It's nice to see band because I like watching live music. But then my watching experience depends on how fucked up I am from the night before.
Sure.
So I'll make a plan. I'll go right Friday tomorrow. Such a body's on at 1 p.m. But then I also have a second plan and go, probably chances are I'm not going to make it out of my tent until 4 p.m.
So I'll miss them.
Yeah.
We did a terrible festival gig together that I booked you for in Liverpool, which you may have forgotten about. And there was me, you, there was Phil Ellis.
Yeah.
I can't remember who else was on. It was a really good lineup. And I had all these meetings with the festival saying, you've got to make sure we're away from the bands because it's not going to work. And we turned up on the day and we're right next to the main stage.
Yeah.
So there's no one in the tent. There's nosebleed like you wouldn't believe. We all had a conversation going, like, what we need to do is just do our contractual obligations. So get on stage. There's no one in the tent. That's the thing. I was the MC. There was no one in the tent, not a single person in the tent. And they said to me, you're going to just have to start because it's after the time.
Yeah.
I said, there's no one in the tent. They went, well, if you start, maybe people will come in. I said, it's not like a band where we can just start like
I was
playing
on the
chords.
docks, the old docks
The
area.
old docks, yeah.
Yes,
probably near where Everton's ground
right,
is now. So
in the City Music Festival or something
Sound
like
City,
that.
it was. It's a great festival, but that was a terrible experience. So what we decided to do was just get on stage for long enough that if they say we're not paying you because you didn't get on stage, we can say we got on stage, there's no one there.
That's right, yeah.
And do you remember what you did on stage?
I ate a lolly. I ate an ice lolly.
You ate an ice lolly? It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen because you managed to eat it in a way that was really entertaining. Bearing in mind, the audience was me and Phil Ellis.
Yeah, I know, yeah. It took me 15 minutes. I did my time.
You did your time?
Yeah, I got paid for it.
Which takes skill because it starts to melt, but you managed to sort of like let it linger.
I think the vaccines closed that night. I think
it was a great lineup.
Yeah, it was a good lineup. Yeah.
Really good lineup, but we had a terrible
quite post-apocalyptic looking landscape.
Little bit Mad Max.
Yeah, it was a little bit, yeah. Because that was the first time they'd had it in one place. They used to have it spread out around the city, didn't they?
Yeah. And in like, I remember the Maccabees played, was it the Anglican Cathedral?
Right.
Which was interesting. Talking of the Maccabees, though.
Cathedral?
The Anglican Cathedral, yeah.
Dirty prods.
Yeah. And, well, talking of the religious problems and also the word Maccabee.
Oh, yeah.
How do you pronounce it? Maccabee Tel Aviv, or do you pronounce it
Maccabi?
Maccabi?
I think it's Maccabee, isn't it?
But there's been a big thing this week about they're playing Aston Villa, and all the fans have been banned from travelling to an away game, and the government have stepped in and said, this is terrible, this is anti-Semitic, and then there's been a big backlash about that. It's a very complex issue. I've got some thoughts. Have you been following the story at all?
I have been following the story. It's one of them. I always think with football, and I think football is so like. I always think you shouldn't let any other matters interfere with football. Football should be just as it is, in its purest sense. But because football is so big, you can't ignore issues are connected to the game, and But I think the Maccabi Tel Aviv, they've not sold any tickets to their fans anyway, have they?
No, because some of their fans, let's be honest, are mental.
Are they?
Well, yeah. I mean, they've been banned from all sorts of other games before. There's also...
Are they they're quite a hooligan?
Yeah, there was a Tel Aviv derby in Tel Aviv, weirdly,
Right.
at the weekend, and that was called off before it started, I believe, or just after it started because of rival fans clashing. So this is not like a anti-Israel sentiment. It seems clear that there's a hooligan fan base. And a lot of politicians, I just do a basic Google before you put your big size 10s into a situation, because they're saying this is an unprecedented event, away fans being banned from a game. No, it's not.
Yeah, I think, because didn't somebody stand up in Parliament, what's he called, one of the old Tory leaders, stood up and said, well, there was no problem, the Maccabi Tel Aviv fans, when they played an away game, you mentioned the country, but he got told by I think a Scouse MP that said, "No, hang on, they were played behind closed doors in Hungary
In a different country,
in a different
because
country
there was issues.
because of issues." So, I mean, it's very easy to label it and say, "Look, it's an anti-Semitism thing."
Yeah.
But if the fans are that much of a problem, are they the ones that kicked off in Holland?
Yeah, in playing Ajax, they kicked off in Ajax, and again, I mean, you've got to be careful where you get all your information from, because there's so many different accounts of what happened there. But what we do know is that there was like rampages through the city, and there was a lot of kind of violence that day.
I was there.
Were you there?
When it was happening, yeah. Me and my missus were in Amsterdam.
What, for a quiet weekend?
Yeah. What we hoped for, yeah.
God.
And then we got to, it was Dam Square, and they were just everywhere. We just had to turn around and go back.
Really?
It was like flares.
I mean, Ajax fans are a bit naughty themselves.
Yeah.
Definitely,
They've got history. They're probably not as bad as I said PSV, quite bad, but
I think
so it was a lost weekend in a hotel in Amsterdam.
But with stuff like this, people then, any comments that's made, people then like sort of assume that it's a sweeping statement.
Yeah.
And I'm not, for what I've just said, I'm not saying that all Maccabi Tel Aviv fans are psychopaths.
Exactly.
I'm sure a lot of them aren't.
Yeah.
I'm also not saying that all Israeli football fans are psychopaths, because that's not true either. But there's certainly an issue with that club. And, other clubs have had away fans banned.
Yeah, that's
British
true.
fans were banned from Europe for, 6 years?
5 years, yeah, that's right, yeah.
Because of, a couple of incidents.
A couple of incidents as well. But we also had that element of our fans as well, which are fans of many teams, where they would misbehave when they went.
They would be a bit naughty.
I mean, there is hope, though. You can turn it around. Remember at one time, the Scottish fans in the late 70s, early 80s, they were notorious for causing it, particularly when they ended up in London.
Oh, yeah, they
I'm not
loved
saying
that.
it's the English, but they've changed from that to probably being the best away supporters in the world.
Really well behaved, and just always go and make loads of friends with the opposing team.
Exactly, yeah. Which is the way to do it. But
I think the best thing I saw was in the Euros last year, and it was two rival sets of fans on either side of the street, and I think it was Italy, and I can't remember the team they were playing, but the opposing fans had loads of spaghetti in the hand, and they started breaking it up, which to an Italian is sacrilege.
Oh yeah, it was an insult to them, wasn't it?
And they were doing that, and all the Italians were booing them, and it was joyous. I think we need more of that in the game.
Yeah. What would you do if you wanted to piss off an England fan? What would you...
Slag off the royal family.
Slag off the royal
Because,
family. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. No, I'm just trying to think cuisine-wise.
You'd probably you'd have fish and I was going to say fish and chips, but it's different north and south, isn't it? Like
it is
great. I was going to say something about gravy, but
no. So it had a cod place or cod, but I think you pick up a battered fish and you peel the batter off before you eat it.
Oh,
and
yeah,
that would annoy us.
That's annoying me. Just thinking about it.
What are you doing?
What are you doing to that fish?
It's our national dish. If you went to Scotland, just haggis stamp on it on the street.
Or pour an iron brew down the drain. Or buy in diet iron brew, which seems to defeat the object.
Exactly, yeah.
Completely.
But there is going to be no fans anyway at the Villa game anyway. So,
and we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens, but also as well, I wouldn't be surprised if some fans get there anyway. It's all very well and good. They've done this in the past. No away fans are going to be allowed. They find ways of getting there.
They do,
because part of the problem you've got is clubs. They sell tickets so if a season ticket holder can't make it to Champions League games, they give up the ticket. They get put into these packages where they go, come spend £400. You can have a
seat unique and stuff like that.
Yeah, you can have a couple courses at a local Weatherspoons and then come to the match. You know, that's what they do. So, because we've had it at Old Trafford a couple of years, the European games, fans dotted around the state, turning up in areas where they shouldn't be because they've bought these tickets.
And that's a problem. It's a problem for kind of safety, but it's also a problem for atmosphere. And
Of course,
Everton's new ground, we're looking at that. That's becoming potentially an issue where a lot of these seats are going to these hospitality packages, and it's not always Everton fans.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Is that to? So this when we record? Is it tonight? Villa are playing.
I don't know when it is. We're recording this on.
It's tonight, isn't it?
Wednesday, and no, because I think it's a tomorrow. Go Ahead Eagles. No, I think it must be in a couple of weeks.
Oh right, yeah, it must be a couple of weeks. Yeah,
I think though.
What a great name, Go Ahead Eagles.
Go Ahead Eagles. They sound like a marketing company.
It sounds like you know what it sounds like a tribute to Crystal Palace.
Playing the songs of Crystal Palace.
Yeah. Eat Your Toffees. I've been Everton one. Go Ahead Eagles playing Excelsior. What? What? That's not a team, Excelsior.
That's a pub in Liverpool, that. The Excelsior.
I thought that was like an event centre.
I do love Europa League and Europa Conference, some of the team names.
Oh, yeah.
It does sound like made up.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Excelsior does, doesn't it? It sounds like it should be in our Fury and Legend.
It does, yeah. It's the striker is King Arthur.
Yeah. Fortuna
Sittard, I've heard of them.
Fortuna Sittard, I have heard of them, but that does sound like a brand of Norwegian salmon. I don't know, something in a tin.
Yeah. do you know which team makes me feel uncomfortable?
Go on.
Nantes.
Nantes, I know, yeah.
Especially if they're playing young boys. It's an issue, isn't it? It's an issue. I think
I used to call it Nantes. Nantes. Oh, it's Nantes.
I don't want to say that.
You don't, exactly.
Talking of which...
what nonsense?
Well, no link really, actually, for legal reasons. But what Prince Andrew's been in the news a lot, hasn't he?
It's a nice link, yeah.
And it seems to keep coming back into the news again and again. What's happened, right? And of course, we don't want to get into the details of all the stuff that's come out. There's a book that's come out this week from that lady Virginia Giuffre.
Yes.
But obviously, Prince Andrew's in the news. I don't know what you make of Prince Andrew. I'll tell you what I think. I think he's thick as a Boxing Day turd, yet filled with an unbelievable level of confidence. And he's done what he's done. Of course, I'm not going to speculate for legal reasons, but his reaction and the way he's trying to deal with it is the actions of a complete buffoon.
Yes, exactly. And somebody who's not in step with modern life. Now, there's a kind of privilege with his position where maybe only 50 years ago, we'd never have heard about any of his wrongdoings. That would have all been swept under the carpet, all kept in-house. Nobody would have known.
Yeah.
People would have been quietly paid off, maybe quietly disappeared. We've no idea. But that's gone on for it. But we live in a completely different world now. And I don't know, he seems more suited. He'd be better off in Victorian times.
I was born in the wrong era.
I was born in the wrong century. I mean, fuck's sake, So he's not a duke anymore.
No.
Was Fergie still a duchess?
I believe she still had the title, but she's had that taken off.
She's had it taken off.
She's implicated in some way.
Yes,
as well.
in the,
because with a lot of these issues and with these stories, it's not just the perpetrators themselves. It's the whole cover up is rotten.
So the Duke of York is up for grabs now.
Does that mean are you throwing your name in?
Well, I'm going to put my name in the hat. Yeah. I mean, I think Big Sam.
Sam till the end of the season.
Till the end of the season, the Duke of York. He's got to be, yeah. I mean, he might keep the Yorks.
I think Big Ange would be a good Duke of York. He went up the hill with 1,000 men. He'd go up with 998 at the front and 2 at the back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then it'd all come tumbling down.
Yeah. So the Duke of York's up for grabs. The Duchess as well. They're talking about stripping it. Stripping of the Prince title.
Well,
can you do that? Though?
I don't know. You could become the artist formerly known as.
Yeah. The fiddler formerly known as.
But I think the royal family got an opportunity now, haven't they, to show what they're made of? And show if you said he's out of step, he is with modern life. Are they in step with what is expected and I think what is warranted in the modern world?
Didn't Charles and his late mum put the money together to make the initial payment?
I believe so.
I would imagine Charlie now, the old boy, is probably thinking, for
this has come up again. We're not used to problems resurfacing.
Yeah,
we normally
exactly.
deal with them. Someone dies and we move on.
Yeah, exactly.
And now
That's what we've
they
dealt
keep
with
coming
in the
back.
past.
The person who did die has written a book. The book seems to be,
Yes.
there's a lot of juicy details in it, and none of them are pleasant.
Do you think the stress factor's shown on the king because his fingers get fatter the more stressed he is? Because he does have a fat finger problem.
He does. Well, we'll see, won't we? Because the stress is going to heaten up, and
It must be older brother, knobhead little brother.
Yeah.
Sort of know how that feels.
well, we all do.
Yeah. I know, but God, imagine that. Yeah, like I said, 50 years ago, we'd have had no idea this was going on. Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see what the Royals do, because it's like looking at a football team and you go, the manager's acted out of line. There's a problem with the squads. What are the hierarchy going to do? Are they going to do anything, or are they just going to let it slide?
Yeah.
Or
I mean, what happens then as well? Does he still have to have a security detail when he goes out or not? Because I would imagine that's quite diminished. I mean, he's off to Tesco's this afternoon and just one bloke now, and he's going, "Fucking hell, are you?" And he's, Frank, who's 70. Going,
an old fella who's lost his last couple of jobs because people died under his watch. I mean, that's the great premise for a sitcom, isn't it? Or a buddy movie. A prince and
the shittest bodyguard in the world. Yeah.
Who'd play the bodyguard? You need some kind of Joe Pesci.
Somebody who's got acting ability. Yeah,
Joe Pesci, because he's little and he's old and he's frail, but he's intimidating and he's funny.
I'm trying to think if he did a British one. Yeah, I don't know. I think Ray Winston would be good at it. Oh,
he'd be good. Yeah.
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman could play anything.
Yeah, he can play anything. Yeah,
he'd be phenomenal.
Who else could you have?
I can picture the trailer now, though. All these little heartwarming moments where they sort of warm towards each other, and there's a suicide. No, suicide.
You could just imagine the ear and going, "What? There's somebody with a rifle? Where?
Yeah.
Oh,
he grabs a cucumber to try and defend him.
Yeah, so we just come up with a new TV show there.
Well, we'll put that into a treatment. And
exactly. Yeah. So the royal family known as Prince and Duke.
Yes.
That's what he should be referred as from there. I think he's got nowhere to go. I think the only way this is going away is by if he goes away himself, and by that I mean just drops all his titles, his access to him. Because he must have enough squirreled away from public funds. He must have.
Yeah. And he still lives in a 30-bedroom house.
I know, yeah. I know.
That's a lot of bedrooms.
That's a lot of bedrooms. I wonder how many of them are en suite as well.
Probably at least 28, I'd say.
Do you reckon?
You don't want to share
cars. Imagine having the family. You've got the family bathroom in a 30-bedroom house.
Oh God!
But why? Unless you've got a hotel, why do you need 30 bedrooms?
Well, that's a question maybe for the authorities, Mick.
Well, yeah, exactly. So that's 30 mattresses.
That's a lot.
30 quilts.
Yeah. Oh God! Imagine changing all those quilts in one day. You'd have guilt,
exactly.
Guns, wouldn't you?
Honestly, knowing what he's been up to as well.
You'd have to wash them twice, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the Royals generally?
I'm not a royalist.
No.
I can understand when people say, "Well, they do a lot for the country as figureheads," but maybe we could revert them more into that role like they have done in Europe, like with Sweden and Holland and so on. Yeah, they are a figurehead, but it's only like the kings, queens who get paid. The rest of the family, you've got to get a job.
Yeah, and contribute in some way.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, Prince Edward, at least you don't hear anything about him, do you? He went working at a theatre, didn't he?
No,
I think he's in the box office.
Yeah,
I think he's doing the popcorn. But
he's an usher.
Yeah,
just shows into the seats.
But I mean, what do they do? I mean, even Charles, when he was Prince, the king in waiting, he did a lot of worthwhile things. I mean, he got ridiculed a lot for his ecological viewpoints, but
he raised those as concepts.
Exactly, he did,
and the Prince's Trust, now the King's Trust, that's done a lot of stuff. That in fact, they gave me £200 when I was 15 to buy a bass amp.
Really,
£200 off the Queen. So when you
say you were how old?
15, I think, or 14.
That's a hell of a bass amp for £250.
Got a bass amp, £200.
Did you have to show them the receipts?
I had to show them everything. Yeah.
Oh,
not everything. I mean, let's just get that straight. But I mean, I'm not a royalist either. But I certainly often look at them and I think, what are you doing? What are you contributing? But I also, it doesn't bother me that much as long as they stay out the way. In terms of don't get into trouble the way Prince Andrew's done. And when stuff like this happens, then you start to think, well, you're actively a net negative for what we're trying to achieve as a society, and you're getting away with all sorts of stuff that other people wouldn't get away with.
True.
And his punishment is to change his titles. So what's he have to do? Just like swap his stationery.
Yeah,
Whereas other
exactly,
people would
yeah,
at
yeah.
least be questioned by the law. So stuff like that, I think, riles people up while people are struggling. But generally, I'm just like, yeah, just get on with it. It's been there for years.
You think William will? I think I've got a feeling if he becomes king, he'll just alter a lot of things.
Change a lot of
I think
things.
he'll change
New
a hell of a lot of
regime.
things. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so. I think you've got to modernise it.
Yeah.
But not how you modernise the royal
Well,
family.
Buckingham Palace becomes a great hotel, or
Yeah.
or turn it into an HMO for homeless people.
You could start doing cameo videos for 30 quid a pop. for
Exactly.
birthday
Yeah.
videos.
Well, I reckon Prince William. You've got like minor celebs do it for 30 quid, like birthday wish.
Yeah.
He'd get at least $3-4 grand a time
A video, yeah.
for a video.
But then you could just use AI.
Yeah. Hi, it's King William here.
Heard it's your birthday.
Yeah.
Hi, it's Prince Andrew here. I heard you turned 16 today. That was AI.
Yeah, that was AI.
I've watched some terrible AI videos recently. I watched a video and it was about 8 minutes long. It was Michael Jackson stealing from a KFC and then dancing his way to freedom.
Nice.
And people are chasing him and he keeps stopping and going, and he's holding this like
Can you
box
find
of
it?
chicken. Yeah, it makes you
So,
wonder.
some there's one that got pointed out today. Some flat earthers, because I sort of troll their sites, were posting videos of Stanley Kubrick saying he filmed the moon landings.
Oh my God.
And it's clearly AI.
Here we go.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It looks so realistic. And then he does the little shuffle that he did. Sounds like him, looks like him,
What?
moves like him. It is terrifying. I've got to the point with the way that everything now is potentially AI. I don't believe any video or image is real.
know, yeah.
And that's almost as worrying as believing anything.
Yeah. Even filming yourself.
Looking in the mirror, I go, that's AI. That nobody can look that tired.
Maybe that's what you can start blaming. Yeah, because you're looking a bit rough today. It's a bad AI day. Yeah. I mean, that's scary, that. If you just showed that to somebody who had no concept of what AI was, people would genuinely, when was that filmed? When was that? When did that happen?
When did he eat chicken?
Yeah.
He didn't have the physique that looked like he ate a load of fried chicken.
No, he didn't. No.
So-
I saw the one last year, which I thought were real. AI pictures of Morrissey throwing up in Indian restaurants.
Right.
But they look so real. I was
Yeah.
like, what? And who's photographed that? And why is he there?
Why is he? Yeah,
Well, not vegetarian, you know.
Didn't think he liked meat or Indians.
Exactly, yeah. We're gonna want to touch on, because I know you've been watching it. So, Celebrity Traitors.
I'm loving it. You're not loving it,
I don't watch it,
right?
and I like to explain why you like it. But for me, I don't like the way TV has gone, because of the way society's gone. All TV now seems to be based around shafting each other. There's actually a game show on BBC now at tea time where two can get to the final, one can actually shaft the other to take all the money.
Right.
And the traitors are the same thing. It's about being
Definitely.
traitorous as well. And then the sneaky tactics that get involved in all the, like, I don't know, Love Island or whatever they do or whatever. I just think we've got to a point in society where I think it's negative and it's bad.
Yeah.
And it's not something we should be promoting. Is to get ahead, you've got to be a snide bastard.
I think there's something in that. The Apprentice was always like that.
Yeah,
wasn't
exactly,
It?
yeah.
Big gang of knobheads all trying to stab each other in the back.
Yeah.
The flip side to that, the counterpoint to what you just made, which I do agree with, is that it's very entertaining to watch people stab each other in the back.
Well, we did, but that's what we had soap operas for at one time.
True. Yeah. Now it's real people.
Now it's for gains. Now it's for actual personal gains.
At what point do we start teaching backstabbing in secondary schools? I've got double backstabbing today. So
Well,
I'm
yeah.
going to learn how to pretend to be a person I'm not, just so I can climb the ladder and then ultimately betray everyone and help me get there.
It probably is a lesson. Probably been subtly taught without you realising.
But I think they do that in Eton. I think that's part of it.
Yes, I reckon they do. Yeah,
Part
well,
of the selection
it's the only way you
process.
can be that entitled. Yeah, of course. Yeah, maybe the royal stage. But so the traitors. So do you know who the traitors are?
Yeah, as the viewers, we know. This is the first time I've watched The Traitors, and I know
Right.
this is the first celebrity edition. So me and my wife and the kids, we sit down, we watch it. It's become like real family viewing, which I think in 2025 is quite precious, because
Yeah.
when I was a kid, it was all the time, because there was one telly, 3 channels, everyone's got their own screen now. So we sit down, we watch it, we talk about it, we're excited about it. You know the traitors are the people who aren't the traitors. They're called the faithful. They've got to try and guess who the traitors are. The traitors have to try and ensure that other faithful are eliminated. There's a lot of backstabbing. Jonathan Ross is on it, and he's incredibly good at it. And in a way that I don't think, to your point, I don't think really will. I'm really enjoying watching him on it, but I think he's showing that he's very good at deception. And I'm not sure that's great for anyone's brand to know that you're a really good person at manipulating others.
Yeah, but all these celebrity shows, right? So when I was growing up, there was never a celebrity sale of the century. There was never a celebrity The Price is Right. There was never. It seems to be now. If you, I don't know if you like, you've had 10 minutes of fame, you're on TV, and you go, what are you going to do? Are you going to make a drama? Are you going to be no? Because I've got Celebrity Bake Off. I've got Celebrity Traitors. I've got Celebrity
Deal or No Deal,
No
The
Deal. I've got
Weakest Link.
Celebrity fucking Antiques Roadshow. I've got
Yeah.
you can fill your year, be on TV all the time, and just be on celebrity versions of
Could do.
the show.
Must be a great and potentially quite easy way to make a good living.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
taproomtramps@gmail.com if any producers want to.
yeah, exactly.
We'll
yeah.
happily go back on what we've just said.
Oh God, yeah.
We'll go on
Seriously.
celebrity dog swap, whatever.
Dog swap?
I don't know if that's a thing.
That should be, shouldn't it?
Well, yeah.
So you give a frail old lady who's got a little chihuahua, give her a massive Doberman.
And the gangster who's given his dog gets a little shit too.
Have you seen the new dog trainer that's on TV? I can't remember what he's called. He even does a show where he's in Australia doing it. He goes to Australia. What's his name? He wears all tweed and so on.
Austin Powers?
No.
Jeremy.
Yeah, Jeremy something. Yeah.
Jeremy sounds like a Jeremy.
Is he a Jeremy? Yeah.
Oh,
No.
Caesar
That's a picture of him, but that's not Caesar Milan.
That's bad AI either.
Dogs behaving badly. That's it. Dogs behaving badly.
Graham Hall.
Graham Hall. That's the guy. There's footage you can find online.
That's
where
a bad picture of him.
There's footage you can find online where this Labrador's out of control. If you're leaving the house, it fucking destroys things. It goes to the window and all this, or it's bad when you're coming in. And he's fixed it.
Oh.
He's fixed it. And there's a shot of him as he's leaving the house, going, well, that's sorted out. And then right behind him in the window, you see the Labrador going. Fuck you, Graham.
They need to get Barbara Woodhouse back. She was the original, wasn't she?
Sit!
Walkies!
Yeah, breathe down the dog's nose. She used to breathe.
Whatever you're into.
Yeah, whatever that
Whatever,
was.
Babs, whatever.
I think she was a countryside dog trainer. It's probably all very well behaved, like Springer Spaniels and so on.
Yeah.
I can't imagine her like a Caesar Milan or Graham Hall going, yeah, this dog, we're going to have to put it down because it keeps attacking people. It's been ripped to pieces on TV.
Yeah. I'm sure the editing process.
Sit!
Sit.
Do you used to do that action when you do sit?
Yeah.
Sit!
Yeah. A little bit Hitler Youth, that, wasn't it?
It was, reverse.
Put my grandson down.
Barbara Woodhouse, yeah.
So, yeah, a lot going on this week. And if anyone wants to get in touch, if you've got any stories about especially any kind of sporting achievements in your life, we're really
That's a
keen.
good one,
We're
yeah.
putting together a little list and we're going to do one soon about any kind of little sporting victories. Maybe minor
of course, yeah.
in your life, but, felt good in the moment.
Like you said, like it might be a game of killer, massive game of killer that you won in your pub.
Yeah.
Or dominoes, whatever it is, yeah. Or you've just beat your mates at Cran Green Bowling.
Yes. Have you ever escaped a dog attack?
Yeah, as well, yeah.
Tramps@gmail.com.
Did you ever have a royal title and lose it?
Have you ever met Prince Andrew?
Yes, exactly. Right, I think that's it. We'll call it quits for this week.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.